Most Republicans right now are trying to pass a budget bill which will increase the federal deficit by about $3.8 trillion over the next decade and tries to pay for it by around $1.5 trillion in cuts to food stamps and Medicaid. That's food and health care for people in need to pay for tax cuts that primarily benefit the wealthiest in our country. This bill is known as a reconciliation bill, a type of legislation Congress uses to fast track major changes to federal spending and tax policy. Because of special rules, reconciliation bills can pass the U.S. Senate with a simple majority, bypassing the 60-vote threshold that typically blocks partisan legislation. Republicans are using this process to advance a broad proposal that aims to extend President Trump's 2017 tax cuts. The bill in its current form would cut off Medicaid funding to cancer screenings, STI treatments, birth control, and other routine healthcare services. Tucked inside the bill's pages are major changes to how Medicaid operates, including a provision that would block Medicaid patients from receiving care at Planned Parenthood, the nation's largest provider of reproductive health services. Planned Parenthood is a national network of nonprofit clinics that provide reproductive and preventative health care. Most patients use Planned Parenthood for services like birth control, testing and treatment for sexually transmitted infections, breast and cervical cancer screenings, and annual wellness exams. The majority of Planned Parenthood patients are low income and use Medicaid to pay for their care there. The organization also provides abortion services at many of its centers, but federal Medicaid dollars are not allowed to cover abortion care except in cases of rape, incest, or life endangerment, a restriction known as the Hyde Amendment. The Congressional Budget Office estimates the reconciliation bill would leave at least 3.7 million more people uninsured by 2034. Planned Parenthood serves more than 2 million people per year, and more than half of those patients rely on Medicaid or government programs to access care. For many, Planned Parenthood clinic is their only nearby provider. So yes, the poor will have less health care and food, and will add trillions to the debt, but projections show that millionaires should see a modest increase in income. Thanks, President Trump. Read more over at Iowa Starting Line. Thanks for watching.